Okay, welcome everybody to my niece TV Zealots. I'm Denise, and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, today we're going to be chatting about season 3, The Musketeers, episode 5,
To
To
play
Play
the
the
king.
King. Yes. Okay. So, Mary, just overall, how would you rate the episode?
Oh man. I said some weird things about last week's episode. I had some thumbs down, but I really liked this episode. And again, it was just as busy as last week, but I liked this one better. I think all the different stories had to do with one thing. Um and man, the guest star, Burrell, was amazing. Like they're really like I feel like they're carefully picking the people who are going to be the cast around the Musketeers, and he and D'Artagnan really flowed really well together. I love this episode. How'd you like it?
I loved it too. Again, I agree with everything you said. I really enjoyed Burrell. Not only like his brand of crazy was off the charts.
Yes.
I was just like, okay, just some of the stuff he was doing was just like, and y'all don't know that he's more than just a little touched.
Right. Oh, that got me. Man, me and D'Artagnan shedding that thug tear. I was like, oh, I feel it. I feel it. Anyway, but let's start at the beginning. Episode starts off with a prison break that was like way too easy. I'm just sitting here like, this is like, how did all the prisoners get out? And the musketeers come to help, and the red guard's not doing anything.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Marshall was just sitting there like, do this, do that. Yeah,
yeah.
if you
He's
can
like,
do
they'll bring it up.
better,
We'll
go
make.
ahead. And I, I think they are. Well, D'Artagnan has been skeptical of Marshall, and they know he's not right. So
Right.
they're like, yeah, of course we can do better. We can do anything's better than just sending around looking crazy. Like
Mm.
you want them to break out.
Yeah, and so when they cut to that next scene where they're like, yeah, we got to get down to the basement, make sure the prisoners don't come back till midday. And I'm like,
What? Right?
and then of course we
Midday.
find out later that it's a plot to steal the king's gold. Man, how crazy is that? That the vault, like, man, all that gold in that vault was so sexy. Though. I was like, yes, get that crown, boo boo. And it's all under the prison. And I'm just like, wow, wow, just wow. Anyway, um,
So it was a plot to actually get all the prisoners out so they could get to the one guy who used to be the king's locksmith
uh huh,
because they wanted him to break into the vault. They figured, hey, you built it. You're the one who can, if anybody can break in it, you can.
exactly, exactly. I really like the way that did you ever see the movie Inside Man? It was kind of like that. It was like that espionage, the secrecy. It's like this nothing is what it seems. And I feel like that was the theme of the whole episode. That like nothing was what it seemed underneath. Especially like with the king and the queen, like we'll get to them later. But there's always something underneath the surface in every aspect of this episode, and I really liked how they crafted that. Anything else on the gold?
No.
I feel like we can come back to that because there's more at the end of the episode.
Yeah, because everybody's
Yeah.
kind of tied into that. So we'll be.
Okay, so our second favorite thing about this episode was Burrell. Oh,
I feel like that should have been the first favorite thing because, like,
okay.
the actor was on point. Like,
Yes.
I literally felt that he was truly crazy. Like, I was like, oh my God, this guy is nuts. He's out of his mind.
And you know what? And again, Musketeers dealing with mental health, kind of like modern issues in the 17th century. Like, what did you do with crazy people back then? You just threw them in prison. You know, like what he needed was treatment. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I really did appreciate that aspect of the episode with D'Artagnan wanting to help him and leaving him with the nuns in the convent. You know, it's like you don't need to be in prison, which he was right.
Yeah, but he needed to be in the hospital, not
Exactly.
with the nuns, as
Exactly.
we find out, because they go back to the prison and they're talking to his cellmate, and he's like, man, I saw him kill a guy, like, just out of nowhere, like it was nothing. He's
Yep.
crazy and he's dangerous. And D'Artagnan's like, oh my God, I left him with the nuns, and run
Hmm.
back, and he has slain all of the nuns, and not in a good way.
Not in a good way. I'm sorry. You did that on purpose. One thing that I found interesting, which I forgot to say with the gold thing, Philippe, the governor of Paris, who was the king's brother, he took out a huge loan from the Dutch, and he is actually trying to get that gold to repay and to fund a war against Louis. Um, but
When I say I don't understand why they think Gaston would be leader material, like he's as crazy as that guy as
no,
real.
they they just want to use him because they know that he has people behind him.
Well,
Honestly,
yeah, I
I feel
get
like
that.
that's the only way that that's the only reason they really want him. Like honestly. But the Dutch ambassador accidentally talked to Treville first. So Treville put those papers about the loan for the king to find on his desk. And what does Burrell do? Crazy man do? He burns them.
I was so angry about that because
Like, how could you do
out of all the things he could have come in the
that?
king's quarters and done,
Right.
why do you have to pick up the paper and burn it? Like, I'm so mad at that.
But yeah, he had that leave out really good on the king's wig.
Yes. It was crazier than five Betsy bugs. I was like, why? He just throw on the king's wig, his good wig, and was like, you know what?
He was looking good.
I got this. And then he went and got his queen, like, let's take a stroll, like like they do.
That's right.
And she's like trying to placate him, like, look, she knows he's crazy. And
Yes.
she's like, no, 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 you don't want me. Da, 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 da. He's like, look, I don't trust you. You acting shifty.
Oh
Now
man.
you know it don't take much for a crazy person to go mad. Like what? Don't say nothing.
I was on the edge of my seat. Like that had me. And I was like, where are the musketeers? Like they came in like at literally the last second. Like, ooh.
I wouldn't have said anything. I would have been as quiet as just man. It'd have been like the library in there.
And when she was sleeping in the bed, I would have just played sleep like nothing. Just,
Well, she didn't know who was waking her up.
oh well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
She didn't realize that a crazy had made it past the guards. Like they have all this security, and the
Mm-hmm.
crazy man just walking around.
Walk right
It's
in.
that you would think it would be even tighter since it's the first birthday, and
True.
you're having this party, and you would think the security would be even tighter. Like I don't know.
Mm. Well, either way, D'Artagnan's the one that has to kill him. Aramis grabs the queen and shields her from the gunshot. and D'Artagnan's the one that takes the shot, cries the thug tear, as he knows it was all his fault. And
And can I say, when they brought the queen in
no,
and
don't
the
blame her.
king went OFF, he was like, get away from her. What are you doing by her? And they was like, okay, there was an attempt on her life. He saved her life. It's like, I don't care. Get away from her.
Right?
Jealous?
So jealous. So jealous. And like, man, like D'Artagnan's development though through that, when he's just sitting there in the garrison as a musketeer, finally the thing that he's been trying to be, he's sitting there saying, sometimes I wonder if I'm fighting for the right side. And I was just like, ouch, man. Like, he did a really good job in this episode. Like, they really stepped it up for his character. And that kind of spurred Athos to run off and find Sylvie. And I was like, yes, finally! Because they had left things off and I didn't know if they were ever going to see each other again. So, about Athos and Sylvie, how'd you like them this episode?
Girl.
Number 3!
You know I love them.
I think you just love.
You know what? I am complete shipper trash, and I am not ashamed. I do not apologize. I regret nothing. So, if I can't find somebody to ship, then I'm probably not going to watch your show.
Wow. Wow.
It's true. You know it. So, anyway, so let's talk about when Sylvie's at her meeting.
Yes.
And she's like giving them the good speech. She's like, yes. And why should a pauper not have the same opportunities as somebody living in a palace and da 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 da. And so she gave her good speech, and then 4 of the men
who escaped
broke out in the Chatelet.
Yep.
Walks in like, look, we need food. They got knives on her, and I'm just like, ooh wee. Athos get there, he gonna kill you.
Ooh wee.
No, it was like a lot. It was intense. It was like, man, now you don't want Athos to get angry. So they come in, and Athos and Sylvie are giving each other that intense stare that they do. Like, I mean, it is amazing. Tom Burke and I know her name, but I can't even pronounce it.
Is it
I don't want to butcher her name. But the actress that plays Sylvie, I mean, they are amazing. I don't want to butcher her name. I'm just saying.
I feel you.
I mean, they are on point with the whole eye contact. Like, they
kind of lets him know that they are in danger. Just like eye contact.
Everything was with their eyes. Like, they were having a whole conversation. And he's like, are they really, a part of this meeting? She's like, no, they're not a part of this meeting. He's like, oh, okay, I got you. She's like, yeah, I know you got me. But not a word has been said. Like, all of that, the whole conversation.
I'm sorry, you're supposed to keep talking while I flip down.
I'm sorry. No, because it was so, I just see hair flying. I was like, oh my God. Okay, so anyway, Athos is like, oh no, you know what? I think you need to come with me. And he pulls her. And of course they go in, like they start, swords start flying. And Sylvie busts that guy over the head with a bottle. I'm like, yes, that is why I love her. She's like, I'm not sitting here and waiting to be rescued.
See, this was another episode with both Constance and Sylvie like taking their lives in their own hands. Constance killed that one guy, and
Yeah.
then Aramis runs in and she's like, "Where
Where
have you
you
been?"
been? And I'm like, wait. He like, I'm out here trying to kill the other five guys. He like, you just had one, and you like, where you been? She's like, where you been?
That was so good. That was, I'm
That
like,
was good. I really liked that moment. I was laughing so hard when she said that. I was like,
oh,
man, he out here rolling down the stairs fighting. You don't know what this man been through.
ooh,
And I'm glad he came with her.
yes.
Because, I mean, like, Constance got it. She be, snatching out her pistol every chance she get, and she takes them out. But, I mean, she would have needed the help. It was a lot of guys.
True. True.
Oh, we're not done talking about Sylvie.
No.
So, okay, so that was that scene. And then, of course, her and Athos have, you know what, even when they're fighting, they still have that passion. Like, I mean, it's really intense between them.
Honestly, I feel like the way that the actress plays Sylvie, she's a passionate person. And, when she's upset, she's really upset. When she's happy, she's really happy. And I feel like the way that Tom Burke plays Athos, he's pretty steady until like something terrible happens, And so I feel like he's got that quiet strength, that quiet struggle, and she is like, why don't you open up? And I feel like they just work so well together. It's like fire and ice. It's really good. Like the way that they are coming at their characters, but the way that they meld them together. Like so far, it's only episode 5, but I've been really impressed with the two of them. I thought they were going to be awkward, but oh my gosh, they're so good. I love it. So anyway, but the last scene again. Sorry, go on. Tell the story.
Oh, well, actually, they were arguing before that, and she's like, look,
Yeah.
yeah, you were right. Okay, she's like, open up, and, you got to see my side of things. And which brings us to when he's having the conversation with D'Artagnan, or D'Artagnan's like, look, sometimes I feel like we're on the wrong side of things.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, wait a minute, that's what my babe was just telling me. We need to be, looking out for the people who nobody else is looking out for.
Exactly.
So he runs and he's all distressed and he's like, where's she at? Like, he gets there and she's not in her little hut or whatever they got built over there. Their accommodations are meager.
Yeah.
Anyway, so okay. And he's like, where's she at? And she's coming around looking all like the innocent young angel floating on air. Like, it was like a whole romantic scene. I really loved it. And then of course, they do that big intense stare that they, and they both connect. Yeah. And it's like, I know. I understand exactly everything that you were saying. And she's like, yes, I'm so glad you understand. And the kiss, Lord Jesus.
It was pretty good. Good stuff. They're going all in.
Yep.
So, speaking of not kissing, the king and the queen. Good gracious. He curved her every chance he could. And she's sitting there before the party. He's laying on the bed. She's like, why don't you open up to me? Why don't you talk to me? What's going on? Why are you flipping out about the king's birthday, the prince's birthday? And he just rolled over. Was like, bye.
He's like, look, I'm tired. I don't feel like talking. I don't have nothing to talk about. And, but he's been pulling away from her for a while. We know part of it is he's sick and he doesn't want to tell her.
Right.
But I mean, he has to know that she wouldn't just like run to her brother or something
Hmm.
and disclose, something about his illness. I don't know what it is exactly. I know he's heard about her cheating,
Right.
you know, which I mean, at this point, he doesn't have any proof, but he's like he knows, like they know. Come on.
Yeah, but also it's been 6 years. Well, 7.
Yeah, like I feel like you should be over it. And they were best friends. Like when this all started,
Right.
they were really close, and he leaned on her for advice. Like when she said something, that meant something to him. So I don't know when she lost her power. I guess when she started, I don't
I think
know.
he was moving away from her since she had the baby, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's just been slow. And now it's so huge. Um,
Yeah, it's blatant. It's like really awkward and painful. I mean, when she said she didn't have any friends, she meant she really didn't have any. Poor
mm
baby.
hmm One of my favorite parts is when they were on their way to the palace. Porthos was like, Aramis, you stay here. We don't want you anywhere near the queen or the dauphin. Like, he was like, what? What? I'm doing my job.
Come on now, you
Calming down
know why you can't come.
so much eye sex. So much. And I was just like, Aramis, look away. Like,
Right? Like everybody's gonna know in the look. Like just
and
hurt
Porthos
your
was just like,
eyes.
just, anyway.
Look at anything else.
um, so a segue into the bad guys here. They're a greater plan. How weird was that moment when the king was like, "So I'm so glad you all could come to my son's party, and now each of you are going to take a turn and pledge your allegiance to him and France in case I die." And everybody's kind of like, "Oh, what?" And he said, beginning with the governor of Paris. And
He
Philippe
come.
gets up there, makes this huge scene, falls over.
You know what? I'm mad at the king. Like I love his humor. He was like, "Look, he's embarrassing us." I'm like,
I
"This man is about to die." Like,
And then, man, but then Philippe, like, he scared me. And he's like, I pledge allegiance, like, to the king of France. And he's like, God forgive me. I'm just like, ah! Like, it's so spooky. It's so scary. Because him and Grimaud, oh my God, they're going to tear the place up if they could ever get a plan together.
right? If they could ever get one of their plans to actually
And
come to fruition, they like.
Aramis almost caught him in the prison. He
Mhm.
almost got him. So I was like, ooh, that was nuts. Oh, it was so good. Anything else about Grimaud? Do you like him in the he did a lot in this episode. I was pleasantly surprised to see so much of him.
Yeah, he's been coming out lately a lot, and they even got a glimpse of. They've actually got a glimpse of him a couple of times, but
Hmm.
just a small,
Yeah.
not too.
But Sylvie's the only one seeing him like face to face.
Oh yeah, I was afraid for her.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm really enjoying his character. Just so
Yes, I love the darkness, the mystery, I mean, I'm really hoping we're gonna delve deeper into his backstory.
ooh, yes, that
Like,
would
how did he become this dark mercenary or whatever? Like what did the king do to anger him so much?
hmm I wonder. I wonder. And we haven't seen any of Gaston this episode, so I don't know where he was. But whenever he
Did
comes
they,
back on.
wait, did they? He's in prison, right?
Oh, okay, never mind. You're right. You're right. I missed that. Sorry. I wonder, is he gonna come back, or they're just gonna leave him? Don't tell
He's
me.
crazy
Don't.
as ever. They need to lock him up in some type of mental institution.
I was trying. I'm trying to watch the episodes one a week so I could stay with our UK friends. I haven't actually seen any other episodes other than this one yet, so I might skip ahead because I was this episode was so good. But you guys, tell us what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to leave a comment. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at Simply the Worst. Denise, where can they find you?
I'm at Forever Sam Sadies, and I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, thanks. So, guys, enjoy the Musketeers, and we'll see you next time.
All right, see you next time. Bye.